Hey, welcome to Darkmatch. I'm TFS, and I got a big bottle of scotch here.
I'm Revolverman, and that should be taken as an element to what this show is going to be like.
It's necessary.
This is Sinfonian, and I've decided that this is really just me looking for light in a black hole.
I'm Backlash, and I want you to know that right now I'm not wearing pants. And it's time...
That's not to take the mark of how good this show is.
Scotch is 18 years old, and so is Backlash. We're good.
And it is time once again for What is Iron Sheik tweeting now? One of the most intelligent shows in the world. At your Dr. G, he helped me make my fucking back best shape to be in Hall of Fame. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Beautiful.
Because at this point, because after Hogan's recent actions, every tweet should end with "fuck Hulk Hogan."
True.
We need
also,
that trend.
Welcome back, Crazy Sheik. Welcome back.
Best Jews in the world.
We need by the end of the week for fuck Hulk Hogan to be trending.
You know he's from Persia or Arabia if he refers to people as a Jew. Like, for no specific reason.
It's just the way he does it. That's just our Sheik. And we wouldn't do it for the world.
God bless Sheik.
Everybody is Jew, but I love you anyways.
All right. After that, once again, another great example of us delaying shit. Let us move on to the meat of this episode, which is Impact.
Speaking of which, my scotch is Glenlivet, 18 years old, single malt Scotch whiskey. I'm putting this off as long as possible. Established 1824. I'm just reading the label now. Founded by George Smith in 1824, the Glenlivet was prized as the finest of all whiskeys. This isn't going to work, is it? We still have to do the show.
I was buying it.
I don't even drink, and I was enjoying that far more than Impact.
I was about to read the government warning on the back. Shit.
On the plus side, though, this wasn't as bad as many Impacts. So
the thing is, though, these Impacts haven't been as bad since Victory Road set the bar to. Well, shit, I don't know. No,
they've been as bad. They just haven't been as bad as is on record.
I think we're just becoming numb to the pain at this point. Like
I think that's exactly it.
We've been saying it's not that bad. What if it is, and we're just fooling ourselves?
Yeah, according to British Bulldogs' wives, after a while you just stop feeling it.
Oh.
Hey-oh.
Oh. God. Yeah. Yes, we'd like to note that before the show, our co-host Keithus is in fact drunk.
Not totally drunk. I could drive. I could go get chips.
You'll just end up next to Kurt Angle, so let's not.
I'm already in my pajamas anyway, so it's a non-issue.
Oh, thanks. The viewers, or should I say listeners, really needed to hear that.
Don't drink and drive. It's dangerous.
Very.
No one drives in my roads.
You start the show as we always start the show, recapping everything that happened last week. And in this case, it's Rob Van Dam's sneak attack on Ken Anderson pretending to be Sting.
Wait. I gotta stop you. We're not calling him Rob Van Dam anymore. It's Rob Dan Vam.
Oh, that's right. You please explain why.
Whole show fucking.
His brand new t-shirt, if you've seen it, when it first went out, had a very interesting typo on it. 3 letters in his name. TNA could not get that right.
Derp.
Oh.
Derp indeed.
That was... No, I guess that was worse than the Shoop shirt that I thought they said they were putting out for Dixie that said "Thank you, Dixie" on it, because at least that was Shooped, and that was a completely real fuck up.
What was that one?
It was someone took one of the TNA shirts, put Dixie's head, superimposed it on it, and then wrote on the back "Thank you, Dixie," and was showing it around like it was going to be the newest piece of TNA merchandise. That was when they were really high.
Please tell me it was the derp face.
It was the derp face.
What other face
is there a non-derp face for Dixie Carter?
I mean the classic derp face, not one of the...
But yes, that was back when it seemed like every wrestler was going to thank Dixie for... It was like beginning of EV 2.0.
Oh, yeah, when Tommy
Thank
Dreamer...
you for the 7th rehash of something that rightfully died 10 years ago. I mean, God, it was good at the time, but let it go. Move on.
as
Good
I
work
said,
there.
we
Good.
start off the show with the recap and the name of the show, which is Hogan's Law.
Immortal comes down to the ring, and they're upset that Anderson just turned on them last week and laid him out in the ring. And I just have a little bit of advice. If you don't want to be turned on, once you take power, fire Vince Russo. Because immediately that'll cut down people turning on you.
Dude, if you make it to having power before getting turned on when Vince Russo's writing, consider yourself lucky. But not Anderson. He seems like such an honest individual. I mean,
I know.
He calls himself an asshole 7 times. The first time you meet him.
So Hogan is shocked that the asshole acted like an asshole.
What a shocker. Sex.
And Anderson comes out and he gets in the ring with Immortal. And I noticed this, that Taz actually mentions how bad it is and how bad an idea it is for him to go ahead and get in the ring with these guys when there's like all 10 of them there. Why did he do that? He could have just stood at the ramp.
It is because he's a babyface in the company, I think. And because of that, he is a fucking moron.
I've seen babyfaces stand at a distance.
No, he's supposed to be the badass Stone Cold guy, so he's got to be up in the face.
Except the difference is that Stone Cold actually would have beaten the shit out of all 10 guys by himself.
Of course, looking at Immortal's talent and what we're going to see later on in the show, he probably could have beaten all of them up right there.
Oh yes.
More or less.
I think we're expecting too much, though, because just a couple weeks ago, this is the same guy that got manhandled by a guy in a back brace.
Yeah, but anyways, he jumps in the ring and he's like, oh yeah, I got this. I know everyone in back hates me. Nobody's going to back me up if they start shit, but I got this.
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I'm going to eat some assholes.
Okay.
Nothing?
No.
Let's just get on with this.
I thought it was a funny twist.
Do we even really have to go into really that much depth? They bicker and they whine and they scream asshole at each other and just on and 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 oh my
God! I'm not an asshole. You're an asshole. No, you're an asshole. No, you are definitely an asshole.
Right. Again, it seems like searching for light in a black hole, but a little bright point. This is the least amount of talking on the front end of Impact in a very long time. It's 15 minutes till the end of the first segment, and then it goes into a match. So
no, there was more talking after. There was 2 segments of talking.
I know, but I timed it, and it was only 15 minutes up front.
Okay, total of all the talking, both segments.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Why is there a goldfish with nipple shirt on?
But they just keep going back and forth, and eventually Anderson gets the shit kicked out of him because he was dumb enough to get in the ring with 10 guys, no less than 2, who have attempted to commit murder on the show.
I don't get it either.
Anderson. Once again, the faces look stupid. Thank you, Vince Russo Enterprises Booking, LLC.
Fucking assholes.
So, after that, what do we have?
It's time for Velvet Sky screaming at Winter.
Oh my God, my titties are so huge! No, my titties are huger! No, my titties are hugest! That's all this fucking segment was, because the camera kept on panning down to their fucking boobs.
Yeah, when the door frame wasn't in the way.
Yeah, there's 3 sets of boobs here. Velvet's, Winter's, and the door frame's boobs. So.
Well, I'm fully expecting the door frame to debut as the newest TNA superstar. The way they keep making promos for him.
God.
I wonder how soon they'll put the belt on him, though.
That self-righteous bastard is in every promo. I swear to God, he's got creative control. He's just put himself in every fucking segment back there.
See, this is what happens when you let your talent run the asylum, as it were. You get shit like the door frame.
Wow, we're already fading, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, in part, I really don't want to talk about this next match because it's a clusterfuck of epic proportions.
Well, honestly, we can't.
In my defense,
no idea what was going on at any point.
I think we need to go back though because we missed another Immortal segment.
in my defense,
Don't you
one
want to
more
talk
sip
about
and this
the
bottle of
guy?
scotch is done. So I don't fucking.
Well, deal with it. We're sober.
Yeah, but then I have to go get beer, and that's all the way on the other side of the apartment.
Is this the one with Hogan on the phone?
Yeah, it's the one where Eric is on the phone and they set up the best of 3 series. Keep in mind, best of 3 series. We want to establish that right now.
It's a best of 3 series for the man advantage in the Immortal Fortune match at Lockdown on Sunday. So there are real stakes for this match.
Okay, so the next match it's a 4 corners match, which instantly screams clusterfuck. It's Crimson, Jesse Neal, Orlando Jordan, and Doug Williams in a 4 corners match, basically just to set up the big tag bullshit they've got coming up.
4 guys in a 4 corners match.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure what it was because there wasn't any tagging there.
It's like musical chairs, except everyone wins. It's like special ed musical chairs. Good job, class. Everyone's a winner. Yay!
we apologize for our co-anchor.
Don't apologize for me. Apologize for TNA
been a part of this
for airing this bullshit. Fucking Orlando Jordan running around in a fucking purple leotard.
I just wanted to mention that we have some company in our confusion because Taz was expressing that he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. When your caller commentators have no idea what the hell's going on with the show, you fucked up. Okay? And now I got to talk about this next part right here because this just made me lose it what they did because Abyss, he comes out to attack Crimson. The first thing I thought of is, what the fuck is Abyss doing here? What does he have to do with anything? And then it hit me. Oh my God, Crimson's the one who put him out of action for a month by jamming him in the spine with a board with nails in it. When TNA tries to make sense, they make no sense! Ah!
Technical difficulties, please stand by. But yes, how long has it been since this came back? Roughly a month?
3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks.
It took 3 weeks for them to realize, oh shit, Abyss has got to hate Crimson.
And no, he's been saying, like, oh, I have to take on Fortune. They're the ones that did this to me when they had nothing to do with this. God.
On the one hand, I give them a little bit of credit.
No, I give them no
50
credit.
points for remembering that it happened.
No.
And then I'm going to take away about 10,000 points for not making any sense while they're doing it.
No points, no positives. TNA either never make sense or start making sense all the fucking time. That's all I ask is for a little consistency with my bullshit.
In addition to the Abyss adding to the clusterfuck, there's a brawl outside of the ring with the extra tag partners from the people who are in the match getting into something that starts when Shannon Moore continues being a douchebag.
There's 9 fucking people doing stuff in this ring. Good God almighty.
But in the end, Orlando Jordan wins with the gender bender.
Damn it, Futurama already took that name, you fucking thief.
It looked to me to just be a swinging neck breaker. Whatever. Oh, my favorite segment comes next. I love this segment.
You love this segment. What was this segment? Oh, yes, I know this segment.
It's the Bully Ray RVD promo.
RTV! Get it right, jackass.
Sorry.
We apologize.
It's the whole showing fuck.
Sorry. I typo sometimes. My mistake. But Bully Ray comes to RVD, and RVD's busy playing video games in the back. And no one can pay attention to what's actually going on in this promo because there's a person hiding in the background in the bathroom. You can see this person's arm sticking out of where they're trying to hide. And you're just wondering who this person is. Will they have something to do? Why are they there? Is there any purpose? Will we ever know? The answer to all those questions is we don't know.
Vince Russo knows.
Anyway, this had the, once again, we have to make it shooting, brother, when Bully tells RDV that the grass is greener on the other side with Immortal, and there's also less seeds.
I laughed at the joke, I'll be honest. It was just funny enough to laugh.
Well, if that's the case, then it was clearly an improv by somebody, and it wasn't fucking Russo's writing.
Right, it was good for a chuckle and nothing more.
So yeah, that's basically Bully tells RDV that, you should join Immortal, because it's not like we tried to murder you or something.
No, who tries to murder people in TNA? That never happens. They're smart about that.
Oh, wow.
That's...
So we come back from commercial, and it's Matt Hardy versus Kazarian in the first of the best of 3 series, and this match was not very good.
It was awful.
It is very rare you will ever see Kazarian put on a piece of shit match, but this was it.
It was because I think they wouldn't let him do anything that made it a good match. He does nothing but go for pinfalls for 90% of the match. He gets in no offense.
Wait. Are you saying that Matt Hardy might be sabotaging his fellow workers behind the scenes?
Perish the thought. But for God's sake, it was trying to make Matt Hardy look dominant. What the hell is that? And it just didn't work because he was working sloppy as shit. I don't understand why they did this. Or worse yet, I understand why they did it, and it still makes no sense.
I don't even have anything to say about this because it's just...
There's nothing to say.
What the fuck?
I just wanted to mention that...
Fuckers. Fucking. Makes about as much sense as that. Yeah, well.
Anyways, Matt Hardy wins
with the ice pick.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
No, not the ice pick, because he's cold-blooded. Get it? It's a pun.
So next is, Madison Rayne and Tara.
No. Hold on a second.
Oh, no.
Hold on a second. I want to say something about that shit. Fucking ice pick. Fuck you, Matt Hardy. At least when Jericho came out with the Code Breaker, it was a play on the phrase that was commonly heard in his return called breaking the code. Walls of Jericho, fucking the pedigree for the Greenwich Blue Blood. Where the fuck does ice pick come into fucking cold-blooded? It's not even related to being cold-blooded. Cold-blooded animals are in fucking desert and tropical climates, you jackass. Ice picks are in the fucking tundra.
Yeah, it's funny that Matt Hardy has no idea what the most basic biology is.
That's not even biology. It's just fucking common sense. It doesn't work. It does not work. Okay, defroster would have worked. Our buddy Ali, one of our producers, just said the defroster. That would have worked. The fucking heat lamp? I don't know. Shit.
He could have called it the fucking coma, because cold-blooded things fall into a coma.
No, how about this? Since he has such a fucking gripe with CM Punk, how about the boa constrictor grip? Fuck him.
The problem is, Tifus, is that you're far too creative for TNA, so you're expecting too much of them.
How about the deep freeze? At least then you're not using a tool commonly used to break the ice.
It's best to not try and explain some of this, really.
I'm not trying to explain. I'm just pointing out how fucking stupid it is.
Matt Hardy, you will never recover from the sheer idiocy you have fallen into.
Nobody ever recovers from TNA, with the possible exception of Christian.
The Graves will recover. We gotta hurry this shit up. Some shit happens to you. Good night. Bye.
Anyway, so Matt wins with the submission maneuver. Next.
No, about as much as we do if that was it.
We go in, comes back from commercial, I think. And it's Madison Rayne and Tara doing a promo in the ring. And I don't like going out of the way to say this, but Madison's dress is just ugly as shit. I mean,
it looked like something Kane's girlfriend would wear. I'm not even gonna lie. I saw them coming out, and I was like, fuck this. I'm going to Taco Bell. I went to Taco Bell, so I'm just going to be quiet and just interject, and you guys say shit. Have fun. Yeah, Tara's setting up for a face turn. Fuck it.
Oh, by the way,
they're talking about how they tried to murder Mickie James last week. More murder!
In a way that didn't make sense. How do you fucking run someone over with a bike and not get all the way over them?
A tiny bike at that. Like, it's not a big one.
On top, like, they have to be lying down, acting as a speed bump for you to be able to go over someone on a fucking bike. It's kinematic physics, TNA. It doesn't work that way.
It probably doesn't help that they decide to run her over with something significantly lighter than a car.
Yeah,
what's lighter than a car? It was probably lighter than Mickey.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's a small bike. But she's in the ring confessing to assault with a motor vehicle and attempted murder. Where are the police?
Yes.
Really?
God, how many... You know what? We kind of rash on WWE when they kind of do an illegal thing, which, like, well, it's wrestling, so technically it's okay because they signed off on it. No, these are flat out fucking felonies TNA keeps doing. I mean, you cannot sign. There is no contract in the world that says I allow my fellow employees to kill me if they feel the need to.
If they're really angry and they think it might be appropriate to the situation, or even if they don't, they can go ahead and try.
The only thing I really have to say about this is the whole thing they're setting up is Tara is uncomfortable working for Madison. And, gee, where have I seen this angle before? Oh, hi, Lay Cool. I didn't see you there.
TNA, taking WWE scraps 1 week at a time.
But as I've said before, I'm looking for the bright spots in this black morass, and I found one in this bit. And it's where Madison tells that if she doesn't sort of shape up, she'll be back working a minimum wage job. And really, knowing what they pay the knockouts, she probably already has at least that on the side.
Well, she used to, work on bikes herself until her bike shop burnt down, unfortunately. But you think she's working at a Pep Boys or an AutoZone?
I'm gonna go with the Walmart automotive section.
Oh man, now you're just being mean.
I don't know, maybe she works enough hours. They might give her medical too. Oh wait.
Anyways, then Vicky comes out. And the extent of her injuries is a sprained arm.
Yep, and I'm going to go ahead and piss No Leave off, because I know he's listening, but he can't say anything. So, and I'm going to say, I didn't mind this promo from her. She goes batshit crazy about how they've made her life a living hell for the last 6 months. And really, it wasn't that bad a promo. Had it been from a male wrestler about another male wrestler, word for word, it pretty much would have been accepted as par for the course. It wasn't that bad until the end, where she says that at lockdown she'll show her how hardcore country she can be.
That doesn't make sense, Mickey. That just means you're going to show how you can be used as a farmscape.
We must move forward. I think Keith is passed out. Yeah, he's not saying anything.
He's gone.
We lost Davis.
Oh,
We have experienced our casualty here on the Dark Match.
Oh no, he's still alive.
he's stirring
Get me
into
my
life,
baseball
ladies
bat.
and gentlemen.
Okay. Anyway, so we move on into the next match eventually. And they say it again, and it angers me every time. They're talking about the street versus the submission match at Lockdown. Why do they keep doing this?
Because it's the same reason they started hyping the road to Lockdown just a couple weeks before WrestleMania. Alright? Think about that. Road to WrestleMania, road to Lockdown. Streak versus whatever, streak versus whatever. It's fucking bullshit.
Exactly.
They're trying to ride coattails way too much instead of a step. They're only 10 fucking years old. No one is going to hold it against them if they're trying to establish themselves. And coming up with their own damn traditions and everything, especially not in fucking sync throughout the year with WWE's traditions, would actually work in their fucking favor in the long run.
But WWE traditions is all fucking Russo knows. That's the problem.
I mean, think about it. When was Starrcade? When was WrestleMania? Did either of them copy off the other? No! Just fucking have fun with it, man. Set up your own shit. See what people react to. See what's special for them.
Agreed.
Jesus.
We lead into the next match, which is Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, and Matt Morgan versus Jeff Jarrett, Hernandez.
Fuck this match.
I have to scream every time I hear Jarrett's name.
Jarrett. Jeff. I meant Artie. Come on, man.
Which we're spared from immediate pain with this match because it goes immediately to commercial. Anyway. But we come back from commercial, and it's Matt Morgan, and I swear to God here, he is tuning up the band before trying the Carbon Footprint.
I don't even remember what happens in this match.
I do.
Angle chases Jarrett. Yeah, there you go. And so it's just the 4-on-4, and Morgan takes himself out doing something, and all of a sudden Hernandez's little Latin American group help him get the advantage over the other guy. I can't even remember who's in this fucking match. It's fucking stupid.
I do remember one thing.
You're thinking Anarchia?
Pope wound up getting the pin, and then they just attacked Joe and Morgan.
But I really did want to see something they set up for, though, is they were trying to tease Hernandez doing the border toss on Joe, and that I would have wanted to see.
Hernandez knew that he was going to blow his back, and Joe knew he'd go right on his neck if they tried that.
Well, don't bother tuning into Lockdown this Sunday because they won't do anything special on a pay-per-view.
But yeah, the one thing I really remember, I'm calling it right now. Jackson James, shittiest referee ever. Ever. This guy has never called a DQ once in his entire career. He has been attacked every single match. There have been run-ins every single match he's had.
This was a tag match, supposedly, and there was no
tag.
Sir, are you implying that there is consistency in TNA? Because I will have none of this.
I'll say there's nepotism in TNA, because we all know how Jackson James got his job.
You know what? I'll accept that. Moving on.
Yes, please get me the hell away from this match.
I got to be treated to another legitimately funny moment next. Because it goes back to Angle chasing Jarrett. And Karen Jarrett. But anyway, they're running to a car, and Karen has remembered suddenly that she has forgotten her purse, and starts to turn back, and Jeff decides that he'll just drive off without her.
That Universal Studios sketch they were doing earlier where it showed that Jeff was the only non-asshole among that fucking family.
Yep.
And guess what, everybody? Jarrett,
Ah!
is going over. He's going to go over so hard over Kurt Angle at Lockdown because Jeff Jarrett doesn't lose in TNA.
Well, duh, because he's a face. Wait.
And this might be a good time to go ahead and spell this out. You know how they kept saying that they're in an ultra male rules match for
What does
Lockdown?
that
Does
mean?
anybody want to venture a guess at what that is? Because I found out.
They have to fight nude.
Loser gets the letters NWO pissed on his back.
Nothing so interesting. They don't actually explain this until they're talking over the James Storm Abyss match later. And it's the Ultramale rules are the best of 3 falls in the cage, wherein the first fall must be a pin, the second must be a submission, and the third must be an escape.
So it's a 3 stages of hell match. They're ripping off Stone Cold versus Triple H Backlash.
How much you want to bet there's going to be a pin attempt after the first fall and someone's going to look incredulous and argue with the ref?
Wait, it's not one of the knockouts, so that might not happen.
Okay. Next segment is Bischoff and Hogan come down, and this time Hogan is wearing this enormous white back brace around his waist, or as I like to call it as a D&D fan, the belt of Andre the Giant Strength.
The corset. The red yellow corset, brother.
But they call out RVD this time, but it's only
RVD.
The RDV.
Anyway, so they're calling out RDV. Better?
Yes, better.
Okay. And they're continuing to try and seduce him into Immortal. But before he has any chance to respond, they keep talking about how Hogan really wants him to be part of this team, entirely forgetting that, about 8 months ago, he had Abyss try to kill him. Murder is one of the only lingering things that goes through this company.
Hey, brother, remember how I brought you into this company to make an impact, and then I completely turned on you and buried you, brother? I want you to be a part of something great, brother.
Not forget screwed him out of the title.
And nearly killed him, except he was back in a month.
You know, it's incredible. They must be doing some Weapon X shit in TNA's basement or something with these recovery rates we're seeing on these wrestlers.
You know what? I want to go off on this for a minute. They damn near killed Abyss. He was off TV for over a month, and I'm assuming TNA has that 30-day rule for their titles that every other company has. And
Right.
they didn't strip Abyss in 30 days. After over a month, they finally stripped him of the title and had 3 Immortal guys compete for it, 2 of which were in a tag team together, and one of the tag team guys won it. And then the next week, Abyss comes back.
I have a proposition then. I have a theory. Perhaps the TNA belts are all made of kryptonite, and they keep their champions from regenerating when they're killed.
That's got to be it.
Because once these champions have lost the title, they immediately get better. So anyway, before RVD ever gets to respond, Sting comes out.
Oh, the Lord.
And really, from this point on, he needs to be known as Liberace Sting. Because
Stingerace.
the sequined jacket with that much fringe is just ridiculous.
In that red shirt, he looks like a bad mix of Sgt. Pepper, a Rolling Stones fan, and a Kiss fan.
Pretty much. But he tells RDV that he needs to make his own decision and not join Hogan.
In other words, listen to me and make your own decision.
Yep. And then RDV just kind of leaves. He just kind of leaves, leaving Sting, Hogan, and Bischoff in the ring.
And then what happens next? Bischoff starts to taunt Sting, like saying all the stuff in his career. It doesn't mean anything. Hey, Eric, you're the only one in that ring that can take a bump. Guess what's going to happen?
Wait, no. Even worse than that, they admittedly actually slyly did it, but they still did it. They referenced Starrcade 97.
I missed that completely.
No, they
Like,
referenced
Hogan's
it.
been
It was
manipulating
pretty
you
direct.
your whole career. Yeah, they're fucking talking about Starrcade 97.
Oh, it was all a work, brother.
But this time we're shooting.
All that other shit before, that was fake shit. Now it's shooting, brother. TNA, the shooting company.
Oh.
Right. And then, but there's sort of an ongoing mini-game throughout this episode of Impact, and that was, how does Hogan avoid moving? And, like, at the first beatdown with Anderson, they have everybody moving around with him, and he just kind of lurches forward a couple times to make it look like he's participating in this beatdown of Anderson. Here, they make it look like Sting is going to hit Hogan, and then he hits Bischoff instead, and then we'll see later again that they pull the same sort of thing. So, like,
Does it make so much sense for Hogan, Bischoff to talk about how much he's never beaten Hogan, and then he attacks Bischoff instead of Hogan to prove Bischoff wrong?
it's like he has some magic field around him that keeps diverting hits to other people. But that's the end of that skit bit, and we move into the second match of the best of three series.
How far along through the fucking show are we? Because this is...
We're not very far, guys.
We're about halfway.
God damn.
Maybe.
Can we not have a 2-hour show to recap a 2-hour show? Because
I'm trying to move.
TNA, do better. I'm tired of talking.
But
We're tired of going on tangents to avoid the pain.
In short, this was not really a bad match. James Storm and Abyss put on a fairly entertaining match for most of it, but it ends with Abyss landing the black hole slam and completely making the best of three series that they're in absolutely irrelevant.
Because, you know, Abyss isn't pissed off about losing his title without ever being beaten for it. That makes sense. Fucking tool.
God damn it. And they're the #1 wrestling company in America.
Because WWE is a action soap opera.
Oh, dear God. There are not enough drugs in the world to make me forget about this fucking show.
Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it.
There's not enough alcohol in my kitchen.
Oh, God.
My recommendation is to start making your own then. Get a still. Because when it comes to TNA, you need pure supplies.
Oh, there's some mushrooms in there that have some fungus on them. I mean, fungus on fungus. It's got to be going in the right direction. Let me drink that.
You.
All right. Next match. Fuck
we go. No, it's not really a match per se.
It's a match.
It's Velvet calling out Angelina, who's just still a zombie.
Can we just speed through this one? Because this is so fucking dumb.
Angelina proves she can't fucking act, and that's the segment.
They fucking shove each other around for a minute, and then Angelina hits that fucking I fall down thing. But it's not really the I fall down. It's a fucking inverted. It's the it's a scorpion death drop. But Velvet grabs her fucking stomach.
It's called the I can't sell.
Yeah. But I should say
this fucking eye makeup on, so you know there's something wrong with her head.
I think this means 2 weeks in a row, though, there are no loose pigeons. The pigeons are not loose.
On the plus side, get a nice upskirt shot on the only decent-looking knockout in TNA. But She quickly closes her legs, so yeah, there goes that.
Right. And we start with a new clusterfuck.
It's pretty sad when the only saving grace of a segment is an upskirt shot.
It's time for the gauntlet match, isn't it?
The gauntlet match.
Yes, because now Ken Anderson has to rip off John Cena and destroy Immortal by himself.
One after another.
He's got to rip off SmackDown versus Raw, and they're doing the fucking slobber knocker match.
It's true, because pretty much he does no offense during any of these matches except his finisher.
Because Lord knows that's all you need.
Well, with the exception of when Gunner came out, because he beat Murphy and Royd Terry in...
Wait, who's Murphy?
It's
the other guy.
That's just Gunner's pal, man. That's
yeah.
Oh, Gunner's pal. Why didn't you say so?
I forget sometimes that I'm the only person who ever remembers who he is.
If you're confused about who Gunner is, he's the guy that walks around with the TV championship hanging from his mouth while he grows his hair out.
Nom, 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 nom. But it's a
business title.
It's a barbecue flavored rawhide chew that they gave him. So
made especially by JR's Barbecue.
So our TV title, folks, not defended, held by a dead person, and now being eaten. I'm trying to think of other ways they could possibly bury it without having to bring in Jim Duggan to find it in a trash can. Oh, wait. They've already done that!
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, when are we going to get the big sell-off for that? Like, fucking Eric Young challenges for the world title because, I've got the real world title.
Makes as much sense as most of the other stuff TNA does.
It kind of makes
if not more.
It kind of makes me wonder, though. Did they throw the Jeff Hardy belt in a different trash can so Eric Young couldn't find it, or did he think that was too ugly to cart around?
I think he would have given it to Orlando Jordan.
Don't you remember? It melted into a pile of drugs.
Oh, that's right.
No, I am defeated. Poof. Heroin.
It was confiscated for evidence in the upcoming trial.
There's residue on this belt.
Apparently, though, that Tasty TV title has given Gunner strength, and he lasts more than twice as long as the others. Until, of course, Anderson still does his finisher from nowhere and gets a pin off it.
Woohoo! Yay for the face heel tweener. What the fuck is he this week?
He's just... No, I don't even want to say he's an asshole, because I think that's giving him...
I'm not even going to call him an asshole anymore, because that's just feeding into his own fucking gimmick.
We need to invent,
he's worthless. You know what? Ken Anderson is now worthless.
He's a useless piece of crap. He is what the asshole spits out because of it is of no use to the asshole.
Good way to put it.
Then after he's got the third pin, Bully Ray comes out and
I've got a chain around my neck. I'm tough.
And he continues working the left knee that has been worked on by Gunner's friend and Royd Terry. But Anderson just gets really no offense in here either. But he doesn't get his finisher this time, so he's not actually going to win it. But although he does get in a single slap and sends him flying halfway across the ring. Sort of like when Shawn Michaels was selling for Hogan. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But let's see, what happened? Then Hogan, he drags Anderson up the ramp, trying to recreate the bit where he powerbombed AJ off the stage through a table. And he's just not fighting at all on the way up the ramp. Not a bit. He's just letting himself be dragged. And Hogan comes out and makes it look like he's going to be the one to powerbomb Anderson. Did anybody for a millisecond think this was actually going to happen that way?
No.
They had the huge pile of padding underneath him, but I guess that's always there just in case.
It's not even padding, it's cardboard because they can't afford styrofoam in Universal Studios.
That's less the thing that I was thinking of. Did anybody think that Hogan was actually going to powerbomb him this soon after that surgery?
If anyone thinks Hogan can lift more than 100 pounds with his back, they're fucking dreaming.
Right.
And then fucking Sting
But then
comes
guess
out.
what? That means Hogan's dreaming because he wants to return to the ring.
Yeah, fuck that shit. But yeah, Sting comes out and breaks it all up, and Hogan runs down the ramp and is like running away off the ramp backstage. He's like, dude, Sting, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Sting. It won't happen again, Sting. It's like, yeah, convincing selling, jackass.
Yeah, Sting obliterates everybody but Hogan, the guy who's fucked him around the most.
Like I said, it's like Hogan has a magic field that has other people taking hits for it.
He was standing right next to Sting while Sting was beating the shit out of Bubba Ray.
And then Abyss.
And then he runs in front of Sting, and we're getting an echo here. But he runs in front of Sting to the ramp to run down the ramp, and Sting's just like, hey, look, someone's standing underneath me. Doesn't do a damn thing with his fucking bat. But just peg the shit out of him in the fucking lower back.
But he'd still get back in the ring, brother, because it's in his blood.
You know, Edge can get back in the ring because, you know, brother, the doctors don't know what they're talking about, brother. You come to TNA, you can pop all the pills you want, brother. And brother, we can do it, brother. We can win the tag team championship again, brother. Brother.
Brother, the money we took
We'll
from
leave that for tomorrow.
Seriously,
brother. You know what? We took the money we were going to give to Generation Me and bought a pool full of morphine, brother.
This asshole just actually tweeted an open invitation for a guy that got told by, like, world-renowned surgeons to never wrestle again, to join TNA to wrestle.
WWE has probably got some of the best fucking sports surgeons on earth working for them, and they told Edge, you have to hang it up.
Oh, they got Lloyd Youngblood and anyone else he recommends pretty much he knows is going to be fucking God in the operating room. And this guy wants Edge to come wrestle for him. And he's already got 3 discs fused together.
Oh, Hogan, you just don't get it, do you?
Go away!
We don't need you. We can do this without you. We've been doing this without you. We
can
are doing this without you. You're not getting it. Stop, Hogan. Stop. Stop. I know I'm not being funny, but just stop. Stop.
Hey, you know what really is funny?
What?
Jarrett! Alright.
But here's the part where I thought Impact was going to be nice and just end 5 minutes early on us.
Nope.
Like, I'd even turned it off, went to go do something else, and looked at the clock and said, they just went to commercial with 5 minutes left. Son of a bitch, there's something else.
We get Promo Mania!
Seriously.
Basically, everybody calling each other a bitch, and that's about it. Everybody was bitching to the camera.
Blah. I hate this guy.
Everybody
He's a jerk.
RDV was just extreme into the camera and just yelling and going over the top.
Talk about 80s promo overkill.
And Sting more than any of the rest of them. Holy crap, I thought he was just going to eat the camera. Just open his mouth and swallow the whole thing, because it was right there on him.
And with that, we're done. We're actually done.
Fuck this shit.
So,
there's not enough alcohol in my kitchen. I need to go out and get more.
Well,
don't worry, I won't be driving. I got a friend picking me up.
Well, before you do that, let's finish up with a nice round of what got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Velvet Sky's panties got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
SmackDown vs. Raw got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
And because mine got taken, not so good, but Hogan avoiding getting hit by use of a magical force field got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Well, there you go. That's TNA for this week. God.
And we apologize for how much we sucked tonight.
I don't think we sucked at all. I think we did awesome. We just have shit to work with.
All right, we blame TNA. It's
Yeah.
called
Yeah,
passing.
blame them. They had to put on all those wrestling matches.
And make them suck.
Anyway, once again, this has been Darkmatch. I'm TFS.
This is Sinfonian.
Backlash, that's your cue.
I'm Backlash.
And I'm the Revolverman. Good night and good luck. You need it, TNA.
See ya.
Yep.
Oh, TNA. You're making us go to places that only sell 35% beef.
Hey, now, it's 85% or higher, and the rest is additives you would find in normal ground beef products, not at your grocery store.
This is padding.
There is no sawdust in the beef. Do not fucking take this away from me. They just released the cheesy double-decker. I'm in fucking heaven.
Speaking of heaven, this is where we all feel like we're in hell.
Yes.
Because
Here's I'm gonna go out and get a beefy, crunchy burrito. Fucking laugh at your misery because you didn't enjoy one last night while I was. Instead, you were watching fucking Tara in her fucking cane, fuck me in the ass dress.
Oh my God. We apologize to your viewers or listeners. You know what? Fuck it, your viewers.
Don't take your anti-Taco Bell agenda to this show. This is not about
the good
Taco
news
Bell.
is after this point we won't have to worry too much about what we're saying because we won't have anybody listening.
This is going to be the biggest train wreck of a show we have ever done.
I would
You know,
rather
it's
read.
already
You know what else? You know what else? While I was there, I picked up the Taco Bell Guide to Healthy Eating at Taco Bell brochure that they had. I would rather read that than watch the rest of fucking TNA Impact.
So wouldn't I. Help!
Oh, we're employed by ourselves, so we have to do this review.
Damn it, we are hurting ourselves for your pleasure, people. Remember that, and we'll have a PayPal set up soon enough.
Okay.
So
Merchandise
anyway,
or something. You can get balloons or thongs. I don't know what the fuck.
We'll send you the Darkmatch match.
We'll give you stencils to spray paint our logo on your dog.
Exactly. There we go.
yeah, we should probably go back to